Okay, so quickly try to make this recording. We'll write as soon as we can later, but I want to tell you, first of all, we inherited most of cosplay, and our relative Asian from the Far East, he cornered the market on certain things, especially the cosplay, and basically said in other things, it's a beautiful dress for every day if you want other things. It's not just fancy dress or costumes and things like that. It's beautiful things, usual things that you can get that people normally wear every day, not just the costumes or pajamas. But that's something else. The people have fancy dress. He made had special costumes for fancy dress. People have fancy dress parties, but there's also normal everyday dress. I want to tell you that we already were part of the company. We're little kids, my beloved Kavit and I, and he was our grown up relative who was quite genius in what he had chose to do and what he chose to have as his life and career. As I said, so Ishi killed him along with Fake Mo, a horror woman. She couldn't get it, and Fake Mo couldn't get it. They pushed him in the traffic, and he was murdered. They murdered him. But that's it. We inherited all of his company. Okay, because he left it to me. People made fun of him. You see how wonderful that is? Well, I'm gonna tell you, a horror doesn't do anything except start trouble. You heard him in the background on sluts. I'm sorry, but I have to be quite blatant about it because they're always trying to. They're not peaceful. Every place they go, they start trouble. It's just it. They couldn't go where they were going without making noise. But it was horror people that killed our cousin who began company cosplay. It's quite huge. It's lots of different clothes for every day, clothes that you can wear anytime, not just fancy dress clothes or pajamas. So I just wanted to let you know that too. Unusual things that you can find from the Far East, from the Middle East, all kinds of beautiful things. So we inherited that. He left me all those things, and basically said he was our cousin. He left my beloved kid's feet, those things, and it's quite wonderful that he could see that people would want these things. He was considerably young, but he was grown and older than my beloved King Mo Shabtai, Shabtai, now real little kids. And so I wanted to tell you that too. And so now everybody, we just wanted to tell you that, and everybody knows that a whore's not anything, like the woman at our Ibis, okay. Her and Pastor Charles were trying to kill us. Basically, they said that they would try to kill us and try to take our identities. You know, I'm not Queen, Mr. Queen Rothschild. She drastically changed our names. She tried to make it from the said they were doing this to other places too, and they would take it and we always pay for two people. We pay for me and my beloved Kavit. We make the reservation for two. We have a secretary that can either say we can have this reservation or not. And basically said we know that they tried that number and found out how she answers the phone. Basically said or how they answer the phone, and we heard that they were harassing them one day. Basically said so we just want to let you know that too, and hanging up on them all the time. But from what I understand, they were. I understood that one employee told me. I said they did that. You know, we pay hundreds of francs for one night. They adjusted and take the money, make it less. Basically said even with two people they can do that. You know, if it's less some other place, they try to adjust it. So the one in place showed me that. I'm like, they do that, and so what they were also doing was trying to say that other things were happening, and I heard that too. And she put some bogus name in there. That's not my name. That's not my husband's name. It's just it. So we just want to. The Hebrew name Malka, and then Rothschild. That's not me, Mister. You know that she didn't even know what she was doing, and she was just being funny. And she did that. She did that, and then she's going to try to take the extra money. But and trying to kill us because her and Pastor Charles tried to kill me and my beloved feet and tried to take our things. They threatened us in there. It was open up at one time, and then we closed it. Basically, it opened because we had a police sting, and during my kidnapping, they had taken me there. She was involved, her and Pastor Charles, and they threatened to kill us in there too. They had it opened. It was dusting everything. It's not new. We had tried to open it before, and but there was a problem because they were doing things. As I said, and we're going to reopen it later. So she's guilty. Okay, but I said she's not my husband's anything, and she can see that my name on ID. There's an Interpol lock. She tried to say otherwise, but I said that is my name. But I have other ID with my name on it too. They told lies, but I said. So she was trying to tell a lie, and she was trying to steal my identity. And I'm not a man, and that's not my husband's name. His mother was born in Rothschilds. It's just is a Shavit. So my name is first name is last name, like they did in ancient days. So I'm Rothschild Shabbat. So I was born in Rothschild, and he gave me his name, his first name and last name, Shabtai Shavit. We're the only three people on this whole entire planet with that name. His birth father, who's my blood uncle, and as well as my father-in-law, my blood Shavit, and I. Is part of my last name. And also my beloved Kim Speed, his mother, one of our childs, like me, married her first cousin, who she's my blood aunt. She's the blood sister of my beloved birth father, who was Rothschild's. My mother is our beloved my beloved Rothschild's dad's second wife, his first cousin, basically. And so basically, and I'm her only child, basically. And I'm rare. We told you I don't have I'm not mulatto. I don't have one black parent and one white parent. I came out this way, and basically does and have the fingerprints. Basically, and my grandmother was a royal Egyptian. She was dark, and my beloved Rothschild's family say I got my color from my Persian family. But it's really let you know that too again. And so as people are trying to say that they're me and they're not me, and other people are trying to tell lies for things. We own the Ebus, you know. So it's just I Burger the same as Burger King. Jenna doesn't own that. I asked my family. I said I never sold Burger King. They said to be quiet like that. They were trying to steal things. Like I never sold Starbucks. Between the two of that too. So we want to just we'll talk to you as soon as we can, but we want to tell you that that's what the woman did. She was trying to steal the Ebus. Her and Apostle Charles, they threatened us. They said, and they were trying to kill us, trying to take our things. She's not with my beloved Bean, and Shabby's my husband for all eternity. And she was Apostle Charles, and she's not wasn't Apostle Charles is gone. Hurricane Sandy took him out, but she was trying to kill us, trying to steal things. Basically, and she's really much older than us. And she took shots. They move slow, you can tell. There was one of the women that was with that breast implanted thing, and she was. I remembered her when I first saw her. She got out of a limousine, but I knew she was really old, and she moved really slow. But she had taken shots too. Okay, so now Travis kept safe and all. We'll talk to you as soon as we can. And Shabbat Tov again.